we all know the housing market has been crazy. Massachusetts housing market so hot, a burned up house is going for almost $400,000 when the median homes in the state are $530,000 to $552,000. So, look, land is worth something, right? But that would tend to mean that the average house there is only, if the land is worth 400,000, the average is worth 135,000, and I'm sure those houses are bigger than that, so are worth more than that. So here's a picture of the house. Apparently it was severely damaged back in August. The windows got blown out from the fire. Absolutely terrible. I hope nobody was hurt. I assume nobody was hurt, because I would think that it would have been mentioned. But yeah, for $399,000, you could be the owner of this house that is basically needs to be torn down, or just completely torn down to the studs and rebuilt from the ground up. It's 1,857 square foot. Let's see if I open listing. Yeah, it's a 3-bedroom. It's called out for contractors. House is in need of complete renovation or potential tear down and rebuild. Buyer to do due diligence. Yeah, so you're not getting a big thing. So you're not getting a big deal here, but it kind of goes and it says, what does that say about the market, the housing market, and what we could do? I just noticed there's actually a pumpkin. Somebody put a pumpkin right here. I don't know if I can blow it up big enough for you to really see it. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it there. There's a pumpkin on the front door as we get into the fall and October. But yeah, the housing market has been crazy. I work with a couple of real estate agents, and to see like the fact that every little thing can make such a big difference as far as like what an offer is from somebody who's looking to buy the said house, to what the what other people are willing to pay like 10, 20, 30, $40,000 over what the asking price is, has just thrown everything out of whack. The reason I wanted to bring up the story wasn't just because it's a housing market crazy, but I think that there is signs, a lot of signs here, and I can get more into this if you want to see more of that. Smash that like button down below. But there's signs that the housing market is starting to cool off a bit, and that the offers, that the what people are posting their houses for are not getting like, oh, it's like, hey, I listed it for 300,000, and now we're automatically having to offer 10 or 20 or 30,000 over just to get our foot in the door. I think that it's kind of getting to a breaking point. The other thing is, and I don't know if you've noticed this where you live, if you live in the States, or I'm not 100% sure about what's going on in other countries around the world, but there's a lot more houses going on the market. So I think that the houses that are great, are still probably going to fetch a higher price. But I think that's going to start equalizing out here as more inventory starts to pour into the market, and potentially pull things back. Through the last year and a half, there was quite a few people that, I talked to about their buying decisions for housing and all that. And like I said, working with these real estate agents, you really, it made sense to sell your house and buy in somewhere if, and only if, this was like, this is my dream home. This is where I plan on staying, because we don't know what the next 5 years is going to bring. And there very much could be a huge correction, a huge pullback, as people, start to sell, more people start to open up and sell their houses. We don't want to see, I know I don't want to see people stuck super upside down in the house that they have, that they didn't fall in love with and absolutely love. So I think we're going to see that pullback probably I don't know, it might be another 6 months or so, but I'm telling you, just drive around your own neighborhood as you're driving around, look around, you'll start seeing a lot more houses. I mean, at least in my area, in the Northeast here, in the Philly area, people are absolutely selling their house. You know, more houses are up for sale than not. So, you know, just be aware that if you're willing to pay that price, it's a house you really want to stay in. It's a situation that you can buy into, you know, where you're at, where you're at with your job, your work, your business. Everything needs to be really like we're gonna be here for a while, and this isn't like a today kind of thing, and tomorrow we just don't know.